Welcome to Design with Navaz. In this video, we'll be looking at how to create a Slack emoji or GIF using Canva. We'll walk through exactly how to create it, how to export it, and then upload it to your Slack workspace. Dive right into creating our Slack emojis. So what we're going to do just to kick off is click create custom size design in Canva. And we want to create a design that's 100px by 100px, and we're going to click create new design. The reason we make it this small is that when we upload a Slack emoji, it's only allowed to be up to 128 kilobytes in size, which is really small. So if we start off with a small design, and remember a Slack emoji is really tiny as well, so we don't care too much about the resolution. We just want to make sure that we can see it when we emote to any message. Starting off with 100px by 100px means that you can have more complex designs, and they're not going to go over that 128 kilobyte size limit. So let's get on into it. So we've got our design here. So I'm going to call this the frame, which is a little white canvas in the middle of the page. I don't know if that is the technical name for it or not, but that's what we're going to go with. So let's start by adding an element onto this page. So I'm going to flick over to the Elements tab. And from the Elements tab, I'm going to add a heart. So let's type in heart. Choose any heart that you feel is right for you. And if you're trying to make a different kind of emoji and you're following along, feel free to use something else. I'm going to go with this one. And what I want to do is kind of try and size this to the size of the frame. So I'm going to drag it to enlarge that. And I want to show you that this is in the center of the page. So I'm going to flick over to position in the top right hand corner, and I'm going to click middle, and then make sure that your heart is in the center of the page, which is going to make just a nice clean emoji at the end of the day. I'm going to select this heart, and maybe we'll change the color. So in the top left, you've got a little square with the color of whatever your element is. If you've chosen an element that isn't able to be colored again, that's really okay. Feel free to choose another one. Otherwise, let's just keep going for the sake of this video. I'm going to make this orange just to showcase how we change the color. I'm going to flick back to the Elements tab, and what I want to do is actually overlay a sticker on top of this. And so I'm going to type in sparkles and also explain to you what a sticker is. So a sticker is one of these like moving animations that Canva has, and they're pretty much native to Canva, but they have this transparent background that is a great way to bring your designs to life, or your GIF to life in this case. So that's looking awesome, and this can basically be exported as a GIF already. So if we head over to downloads, actually before we do that, we should probably name our design. So let's name our design orange heart. Awesome. Okay, and that'll save by itself, which is great. So let's hit download. Let's go. So we want to change our export file type to a GIF. So I'm going to scroll down to GIF and click download. And this is going to play for 5 seconds. So we can see in the top left here that there's a little play button. And if you want to preview the GIF before you exported it, so in this case we know exactly what it's going to look like because it's already playing for us. But we can watch it here. And we'll do this in the next GIF that we create. So let's click the bottom left. Awesome. And we can see our GIF there. You can see that this size is actually probably too big for Slack anyway, so we could probably go for even a smaller size if we wanted to, but 100 by 100 is totally fine as well. Okay, so let's take our GIF to the next level. So what I'm going to do is select the frame in the background, and what we want to do is click animate in the top left, and I'm going to use a pop animation because I think that resonates with the heart. So I'm going to apply that animation by selecting it. Feel free to use something like Rise, Tumble, Fade. I think they're awesome as well. Breathe might actually be a really good one if you don't have Canva Pro. And we can now see what this animation looks like again before we download it as a GIF. So let's click the play button in the top right hand corner again. Awesome. So we can see that it's like popped right out at us, and then it doesn't do anything for the rest of that 5 seconds. So what we can do is actually reduce the length of this animation or the video that we're going to create, and I can change that to maybe 2 seconds and hit enter, and we can see that the time of this video or GIF is also going to change. So we can press play again and see that that's a lot faster. And when you play GIFs in Slack, obviously they loop over and over again. Canva doesn't do it for you. You have to manually hit the button to have it do that. That's totally fine. So that's looking awesome. What we can do now is download that again. And we're going to do the same process. So press download, change the file type to a GIF, and then click download again. And now we're going to have that pulsing heart. So if I open that again, we can see exactly what that looks like. So we can see it's popping up every 2 to 3 seconds, which is really nice. Alright, so now what we're going to do is have a heart that pulses and changes color as well. So while this might seem complex, it's actually really, really easy. So what we're going to do is start by pressing the duplicate button, which is just above the frame on the top left. You'll see it's saying duplicate page, so we're going to click that. We're going to try and select the heart in the background. If you don't have a heart that can be coloured, feel free to choose a different element to swap out for here. You can go from heart to circle to rectangle if you wanted to at this point. I'm just going to stick with the heart. So we're going to go to colour in the top left once again, and maybe we'll change it back to red. Do this like faded red. Awesome. We could also change out the sparkles on top, so I'm going to delete that. So I just selected it and hit delete on the keyboard, and let's type in sparkles again. And maybe let's go for these white ones instead. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is we can see that the video itself now in the top right hand corner, that preview is now 4 seconds because we've got 2 animations running for 2 seconds. So let's play that and we can see exactly what that animation is going to look like. It's going to pulse, show us the orange heart, pulse again, and then show us the red heart. So when we download this, we can see exactly what that looks like. So we're going to follow the same process again. We're going to change our export file to a GIF. We're going to select both pages, which is selected by default, and then we're going to click download. Awesome, and let's have a look at exactly what that's going to look like. Really nice. So now we've got this heart pulsing 2 different colours. What I've done for where I'm working at the moment is it pulses with blue colours, so feel free to add your own colours to this heart or whatever shape you're using. You can even put your logo in here and have it do the same thing. And it's an awesome way to, again, just encourage everyone in your Slack community to do something really fun. And that brings us to the end of the video. I'm really excited to see all the different kinds of emojis and GIFs that you make now that you know exactly how to do it using Canva. Be sure to give this video a like or hit the subscribe button if you like this kind of content, and stay tuned for more of it in the future.